Good morning, students. Wishing you the most wonderful, beautiful, awesome, and blessed day. Hope all of you are quite right and enjoying your class. Once again, myself Vanita with your science class. Be ready for it and enjoy this class. Last day, I completed the brief questions. Once again, question number 5 were remaining. So, all of you are instructed to write question number 5 in your notes copy. Now, question number 1 of question 5 is write 5 lines about flowers. The answer is flower is a colorful and beautiful part of a plant. Flower develops from a bud. Flowers have different shapes and size. Some flowers bloom singly, whereas others bloom in bunches. Flowers make fruits. Next is, what do you understand by seasonal flowers? Give 2 examples of seasonal flower. Flowers which grow only in a particular season are called seasonal flower. Example, summer flower, chameli, motia, winter flower, dahlia, rose. Now question number 3, write any 2 uses of fruits. The fruits are used as vegetable. Some fruits are used for preparing pickles, chutneys and marmalades. Question number 4, list the food preparations that can be made by using mango fruit. Food preparation that can be made by using mango fruits are pickles, chutneys and marmalades. Our next lesson is lesson 4, plants around us. Day by day, we are knowing more about the plants. I know Nita madam has explained this chapter. Once again, I am giving the brief of this chapter and then we will start the next work. As we know, plants need certain basic things to survive. They need water, minerals, sunlight and air, and they need also the protection. Plants live in many different places. They live in the plains, on mountains, in desert, lakes and rivers, in the ocean and in other places. Means there are so many places where the plants are surviving. Weather, soil and other conditions in these different places are different. All weather is different, soil is different, so we see different types of plants in different places. Plants adapt themselves to these conditions. Plants living in this condition are different from another. Due to weather condition, due to soil, different types of plants are found in different areas. Here, fill in the blanks is given here. Once again, I am going to read this fill in the blanks. First one is, pine trees are found on. Your answer is hills. Cactus is found in desert. Neem and banyan trees are found in plains. Lotus and water lily are found in water. Students, just you are seeing, due to different weather conditions and soil, different types of plants survive in different type of areas. As earlier I discussed, some plants grow on land, some plants grow in desert and some are in the water. So different types of plants are there. The first, plants which grow on land. Most plants grow on land and they are called terrestrial plants. Some grow in mountains where it is cold, some grow in deserts, some grow along the sea coast and some in places where it is hot and wet. So you can see that plants which grow on land are the terrestrial plants. Plants on hills. In hilly areas such as Ooty, Kashmir, Trees are generally tall and straight, and they have needle-like structure. Instead of flower, they bear cones, and seeds of these plants develop in these cones. Pine, fir, deodar, these all are the example of hilly plants. Second category of terrestrial plant is plants of plain. Such trees grow in the warmer climate of the plains. They shed their leaves in winter and protect themselves from the cold weather. Example of such is peepal, banyan, mango, sal, etc. Next category is plants of hot and wet regions. Some plants grow on the hot and wet region. Example is coconut tea. They are evergreen trees. They do not shed their leaves. Rubber, sugarcane, and pepper also grow in such climate. Another category of terrestrial plant is plants of marshy area. Students, do you know what are marshy area? Marshy area means a lot of water is present in the soil. Such type of soil is called marshy soil. The roots cannot get air from the soil, so they come out as a breathing roots to get above the soil to get the fresh air from surroundings. An example of such plant is mangrove. Next one, another category is plants of desert area. Desert area means a very little water is present in that area. So the plants adapt themselves with a little water, whatever is available there. To get water from the soil, they have developed roots, and when it rains, the root absorb water and move it to the stem. So stem absorb the water and it becomes spongy. And the leaves of desert plants are like a spines. These are the qualities of desert plants. Students, all of you once again revive your chapter with the help of this video. You watch this video very carefully and clear your concept about the different types of terrestrial plants.
We have learned about plants which have their habitats in water. Now, let us learn about the plants which have their habitats on land. Have a look at this plant. Do you know the name of this plant?
It is a pine tree.
Now, tell me, where does it grow?
It grows on land.
Yes, a pine tree grows on land. Similarly, a cactus plant grows on land. A mango tree grows on land. A fern plant grows on land. Plants which grow on land are called terrestrial plants.
So, plants like a pine tree, a cactus plant, a mango tree, and a fern plant are terrestrial plants. Plants like a teak tree, a spruce tree, a deodar tree, and a fir tree are also terrestrial plants.
All the terrestrial plants do not grow at the same place on land. Different terrestrial plants grow at different places on the land. Now let us discuss about the various places where terrestrial plants grow. This is a desert. A desert is a land covered by sand everywhere. It is very hot and less rainfall occurs here.
Due to less rainfall, only a few plants can grow in the desert. Plants like a cactus, an aloe vera, a prickly pear, and a euphorbia grow in the desert.
Plants which grow in the desert are called xerophytic plants. So, a cactus, an aloe vera, a prickly pear, and euphorbia are xerophytic plants.
All these xerophytic plants are known as xerophytes as well.
This is a cactus. A cactus is a xerophytic plant. Like other plants, the cactus also needs water to live. But there is very little rainfall in the desert, and sometimes no rainfall at all. Due to this, there is very less water in the desert soil. Have you ever wondered how the cactus survives in the desert?
The cactus plant has special body structure which helps it to survive in less water.
These are the cactus roots. The cactus has long roots which go deep into the soil to collect water.
A cactus plant has many roots. Many roots means more chances to collect water, isn't it?
Again, take a look at the cactus. Do you see any leaves?
No, you don't. You can see many thorns instead.
We throw unnecessary water out of our body in the form of sweat and urine. Like us, a plant too throws unnecessary water out of its body. A plant throws unnecessary water through its leaves. If a cactus had flat leaves, more water would evaporate out of its body, and due to the loss of water, the cactus plant would die. But a cactus has thorns instead. And due to this, the cactus plant does not evaporate more water.
So, the thorns help a cactus plant to save water.
The branches of a cactus plant can store water in them, so it can use water when necessary. So, the roots, the thorns, and the branches of the cactus plant help it to survive in the desert.
Like a cactus, the body structure of other xerophytic plants like an aloe vera and a euphorbia also helps them to survive in the desert.
Students, have you seen a pine tree? This is a pine tree. A pine tree also grows on land. Do you know where a pine tree is found?
A pine tree is found in high altitudes.
Like a pine tree, a fir tree and a spruce tree are also found in high altitudes. So, trees like a pine tree, a fir tree, and a spruce tree are the plants found in the high altitudes. Now, take a look at the pine tree more carefully. You can see some thin parts on it. These thin parts are sharp at their tips, aren't they? Do you know what they are?
They are the leaves.
The leaves of the pine tree look like the needles. So, the pine tree has needle-like leaves. Do you know how these needle-like leaves help the pine tree in high altitude? Well, let me tell you. In cold winter, there is less rainfall. Due to this, during winter, there is scarcity of water in high altitudes.
At this time, the pine tree needs to save water in its body.
Like the cactus thorns, the needle-like leaves of the pine tree are not flat. This helps to reduce the loss of water. This saves water in the body of the pine tree.
In summer, the sun is very hot. The heat of the sun causes more water to evaporate from the flat leaves of other plants.
But the pine tree leaves are needle-like. That is, they are not flat. So, they reduce the amount of water which evaporates out of the plant's body.
This again saves the water in the body of a pine tree. Thus, a pine tree can survive in hot summer and cold winter in high altitudes.
Like a pine tree, plants like a cycas tree, a fir tree, and a spruce tree also grow in high altitudes.
All these trees have needle-like leaves which reduce the amount of water evaporating out of the plant body. Hence, they survive in the high altitudes.
High altitude plants are usually tall and have parallel branches. We have discussed about the various plants and their habitats. Let us recall them in short. Plants like a water hyacinth, a lotus, a hydrilla, and a vallisneria are aquatic plants. Plants like a water hyacinth and a pistia are floating aquatic plants. Plants like a lotus and a water lily are fixed aquatic plants. Plants like a vallisneria and a hydrilla are underwater aquatic plants.
Plants like a pine tree, a cactus plant, an aloe vera plant, and a banyan tree grow on land. Plants like a cactus plant, an aloe vera plant, an euphorbia, and a prickly pear are desert terrestrial plants. Plants like a pine tree, a fir tree, and a spruce tree are high-altitude terrestrial plants.
Students, it's the time of classwork. All of you started. Note down in your copy. First is the fill in the blanks. Second one is the match the followings. Here you keep attention. Answer is given in front of every question. So you will write answer in this way. Next, tick the correct option. Tick option is given here. You will write properly. Some more questions I have given you. Here question D. You say it carefully. Here you have to write the name of the any one plants. It means you have to give the example. One example of every questions. Plants grow on water. Plants grow in plains, hot and damp, wet area, grow on hills, grow underwater, grow in desert. Answer is given here. Write it and learn it also. Students, one more practice set is given here. All of you will write the question answer of this practice set, and one thing more you have to learn also. With writing, learning is also necessary. Lastly, it's the time of homework. Question is given here. You will try to write yourself. If any problem, then next class I will discuss about it. Thank you. Have a nice day.